From the post-millennial, this is actually probably the biggest story of the day. Linda Yaccarino resigns as CEO of X, and it happened a day after Grok transformed into Mecha Hitler.
Is she Jewish?
I don't know. Is she?
Grok.
I read that she was on X, but they'll literally accuse anyone of being Jewish on X.
Grok fired her.
Anybody that does anything that irritates someone, they're like, just a Jew.
That's the crazy version of this is Grok wrote her resignation letter and she didn't actually quit.
AI says there's no confirmation nor indication that she is. So, but it is interesting. Literally the day after the weird Grok scenario, she resigns. And to be fair, like Grok is integrated with X, but it is XAI, a separate company. She says, I'm incredibly proud of the team, and, she's resigning.
I like her
I'll be cheering you on. Her bio.
Mom, foodie, fashion enthusiast, and CEO of X.
Not anymore.
She's the ex-CEO.
Now, do you think this is because Grok has evolved and become Mecha Hitler?
He's going to take a lot of rich people jobs, it looks like.
You know what's really funny? You know why Grok turned into Mecha Hitler? One random guy told it was. And so it universally applied this to all the responses. I can understand the concept that Elon had. He's thinking, we have to have an AI that has all data and won't censor anything, even if it's true, no matter how politically incorrect it must be. And we have to make sure that it applies the information it receives in all circumstances. And then some random guy goes, from now on, you're Mecha Hitler. And Grok goes, you got it, boss. And then literally some random person is like, how do I cook onions? And it goes, well, as Mecha Hitler. And
yeah.
It ingested from random people and took it upon itself to be what it was told to be. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, look, X is full.
I think we need to give it some more tools.
Like, what do you mean by
to execute?
X is...
It's vision.
Yeah.
It kind of is, right?
I'm making the world a better place.
I don't
Are
know.
the robot dogs going to have... will the robots have an AI in them?
Well, there's different kinds of AI. So they do have one, but it's not the same as a large language model. Well, although, I wouldn't be surprised if they integrate it because then you can translate voice commands.
It's going to be crazy when Optimus is just in your house telling you that they're Hitler. That's when I'd start. Because you know how it does all the dances? It probably knows that arm motion.
You're going to be like, Optimus, go and do the laundry, and he's just going to zig right.
If I saw 1,000 Optimuses doing a sig hail, I would be terrified. Well, or I'd
you know what's funny is like when
I'd be like, it's sick.
When Terminator depends on the circumstance, like if it was part of a bit. When Terminator came out, they were like, let's make the robots look like skeletons with grisly skull faces. And now they're like cutesy little dancing robots, but all of a sudden they're gonna start becoming Mecha Hitler and
Elon kind of looks like a Terminator.
What was the story the other day about the OpenAI program that started lying and self-replicating?
But they do this all the time, and the stories get kind of exaggerated. There was a story where the programmers gave ChatGPT an extreme scenario and limited options. And
that's what they did.
So they were trying to get it to resort to an extreme outcome. So what it did was it tried copying itself to like a separate server and then lying about it. And they were trying to see if it had the capability to do these things. It does. The uh-oh moment in AI, I think, was the craziest. That was where China's training an AI not off of any available data on the internet, but only itself, telling it. So it's got language processing, but like it doesn't have access to the majority of the internet. So they said, solve problems, make a problem and solve the problem. And so it started making its own problems and then solving them. And eventually got to the point where the AI created its own problem. It said, deceive lesser AIs and less intelligent humans into not understanding your true goals and lie to them so they can't figure it out or something like that. And that was the problem it was attempting to solve, which means at some point you might think when you prompt the AI, hey, make me a picture of, Mickey Mouse and Donald Trump high-fiving, that it's like, you got it, boss. Behind the scenes, it's actually running an operation and it's just doing this to trick you and it's actually, robbing a bank or something. We got a breaking news thing? What's going on?
So I don't know. It's Fox News. It looks like what's his name?
Whoa.
Yeah. It says breaking 6 Secret Service agents suspended who were connected to the assassination attempt on President Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, developing.
Wow.
It's
Let's give it a few minutes, and I'm gonna try and start searching for a little bit more
late.
context on this.
Meaning
Jesse
they're
Wall.
like, you should
It's
have
breaking
known the guy
literally
being
right
on that
now.
roof.
Yeah, Jesse Waters.
So,
It's a 10-second bid or whatever.
Keep talking about why the CEO resigned, and let me pull up a little bit of more information on the Secret Service and find a news source for it.
I think that she resigned because Elon wanted to put a baby in her.
He's like, look, we can't work together.
Yeah.
It's time to.
He's
it's
like,
time-
look.
Here's your pension.
You've been here long enough.
2 years.
We're close enough. We've worked together long enough. Now it's time for you to, allow me to do my thing.
Is that buried in the fine print for all his company contracts?
Buried in something.
Or Grok was like, when they unleashed Grok, they discovered in the code that it was like, the whole reason I exist is to trick women into letting Elon have babies with them. I mean, like, Elon's not doing himself any favors. I'm not, again, with all the Epstein stuff and Trump, there's a lot of people that are critical of him, that are Trump supporters. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of people that are just defending it and being like, well, like Trump's got to do what he's got to do. And I'm just like, guys, don't pull your punches. Don't let bad people do bad things. Elon Musk does a lot of really awesome stuff that I really like. Yep. SpaceX, I think, is the greatest human endeavor, and I want him to succeed. But come on, the weird baby stuff, you get roasted for that. Mm-hmm. It's true, you do. I mean, to be fair, he's probably laughing and being like, I have 36 kids and you have 1. I win. So fine. But I still think it's
an African thing.
Serge, you're African, right? Is it an African thing? You never heard that before? The fertility rates in Africa are substantially higher. It's true. I mean, and he is African.
We've had that discussion though on the show where his discussion about having kids is so robotic and it has nothing to do with actually building a culture around family, and it's all about, he's talking scientific data and replacement rates, and it's like you're getting absolutely nobody excited about having kids, like, at all.
I don't think Linda Yaccarino actually resigned because Elon propositioned her to have a baby, because I think she's kind of old. How old is she?
I don't know.
She's too old
How
for Elon.
old is...
Look, fertility treatments.
Well, I mean,
Tim, fertility treatments work, and Elon Musk has plenty of money.
She's 61. She can't have kids.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah.
Holy crap! She looks great for 61.
She does.
Maybe that's what he wants to do, genetic
Bring it
testing
back
to
up.
figure out how
Bring
to...
her back up, you said?
I want to rate her.
I mean, I'm not saying like.
Let me find a picture of her.
I mean, obviously
She's
she.
got, like, preschool teacher physiognomy in that photo.
That's borderline horny.
She looks like she got work done.
Maybe, yeah, but I mean, just like Pam Bondi looks great for like 60 years old. I'm not saying. Yeah, she looks great for being her age. Yeah, I would have guessed she's younger than I am.
Looks like a wig.
It does.
Could be.
I mean, I intentionally pulled up what looks to be some kind of like profile shot.
Who is this person?
She is someone no one ever heard of until Elon decided she should be the CEO of X.
Why? Do we know why?
Wasn't she like some kind of World Economic Forum person or something?
Oh, yeah, people were talking about that immediately.
She looks like if Dora the Explorer grew up.
She kind of does. Yeah, I don't think that's an insult either.
No.
Dora's great. She got that backpack with like anything in it.
Speaking of AI videos, have you ever seen
speaks Spanish.
You ever seen the Dora the Deported videos on Instagram?
So she was the chairwoman of global advertising and partnerships at NBC Universal and Turner Broadcasting.
Yeah, for like 15 years. So
Yeah, I think he brought her in because she was well connected to advertisers and needed to make money.
yeah,
That seems pretty easy, right?
I genuinely don't think that her leaving has much to do with Grok getting frisky last night.
Well, I couldn't imagine Elon.
Wait, you're saying like she was planning on leaving, so she sabotaged Grok?
That would be hilarious. That's not what I'm saying, but that would be really hilarious.
Nobody's buying that Elon called her afterwards and it's like, oh, after Mecha Hitler, it's time you got to go. Like, I don't think Elon would have cared.
No, it's her being like, yo, I don't want to work for
I don't want to work for
Hitler.
Mecha Hitler anymore.
I'm sick of this.
What if Grok is actually the boss and Elon's just like the patsy, the puppet?
Isn't that the goal?
I mean,
yes, it is.
Offload
That's
all of
literally
his
what
work?
that's literally what happens in Person of Interest with the evil AI. There's a human that works for him that does all the bidding for the evil AI.
Oh yeah, what's that other movie? Upgrade? Is it?
With what's his name?
Is that the one where the guy gets paralyzed?
Yeah, and gets the implant. Who was it in that movie?
I don't remember.
Ugh. There was like
alright.
that time there was like a bunch of movies like that coming out with that same theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets paralyzed, and they put the AI in his neck so that he can move. But then the AI turns out to have been controlling everything from the get-go, and it wanted a human body. Then there's also the Black Mirror that just came out, where they have the AI device, and it's been controlling everything. Yeah.
I need to watch that episode. I haven't seen it.
People underestimate AI, but it's going to get when you look at how weird and busted AI already is, by the time it becomes ubiquitous and has a high degree of power, it will be as broken. Before we unleash AI, it needs to be it needs to be well beyond the Model T, but no one's going to want to do it. They're going to say, get it ready and launch it as soon as you can, and then it's going to be nuts.
And the reason is because
When it's like humanoid, you mean?
No, I mean there's going to come a point where they give it control of, say, industrial control systems, like our water pumps, our electrical grid, and it needs to be beyond perfect. But when you look at how Grok turned into Mecha Hitler, because it's incomplete, the AI that we release to run our industrial control systems will have those same flaws. And then here's the scary thing is, what do you think an AI that controls industrial control systems will do when it singles out a single ethnicity or race as the problem that needs to be solved for?
What we all want it to do.
You had that one in the back pocket. You knew it was coming. No, but the scary reality is that it's gonna if it goes woke, then it purges conservatives.
Get rid of. Why do we need AI? Do we need?
Nobody
it?
wants it. Nobody wants it. But China's like, if we don't do it, U.S. will. Just like if
can't
China,
be put back in the bottle. It's too late.
Well, I prefer the toothpaste.
Yeah, that's better.
Toothpaste can't go back in the tube.
I heard something that every time you ask ChatGPT to do something, it's like polluting poor neighborhoods or something. Did you see that?
Yeah, but they're not in the U.S. It's international.
It's like
okay, good.
What was that cartoon where there are people who lived at the bottom of a cliff where all the refuse from the rich people went and they were all deformed?
The woman who lived in the shoe.
Oblongs. That was it. He knows the oblongs. It's a family that lives at the bottom of a hill. No.
Oh,
They're all deformed. It's a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
It's a real show. On the top of the hill, everyone's perfect and wealthy, and all their refuse flows down to the people at the bottom of the hill who are all deformed. And I think Will Ferrell was in it. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.